How a bill becomes a law. Hey, look at that little Bill over there. Oh, he sure looks nice. Man, I feel bad for him. He sure has a dangerous voyage ahead.
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill.
The process for how a bill becomes a law is a little complicated. All laws started off as bills that were introduced in Congress. Bills start off as just a really great idea for how things should be. But your average Joe is not allowed to walk into Congress and propose bills. They need a support from a Congress member. In the House of Representatives, any representative can introduce a bill. They put it in the hopper, which is this lovely ornate box. They're labeled as they come in, H.R. 1 for the first bill, H.R. 2 for the second bill, H.R. standing for House of Representatives. In the Senate, any senator can introduce a bill. They're recognized by the presiding officer, and they announce the bill verbally. The first bill of each session is called S1, the second one S2, and S3, and so on. And that S, of course, stands for Senate. Moving on from the introduction phase. Next, we have committee action. Committees are smaller groups of Congress members, and they take these bills that relate to their committee, and they can recommend them, they can amend them, reject them, substitute them, or pigeonhole them. This box of mac and cheese represents a bill, an idea, a proposed law. It's good, but it's not ready. You open it up, it's just hard noodles. It's not good enough. Committees are stirring the pot, draining the water, putting in the ingredients because they want that mac or those bills to be as perfect as possible. The committee works democratically, which is why a majority of committee seats always falls to the majority party of Congress. Most bills never make it out of the committee alive. Savages. Moving on from committee action, next up, floor action. A floor of Congress is referring to either the entire House of Representatives or the entire Senate. This is when Congress members have a chance to debate the pros and cons of each bill. Sometimes there's opportunity to amend the bills during this, depends on the chamber of Congress and the rules that are being applied. Floor action also results in a vote, where 51% of the chamber has to vote for a bill to pass through and continue on to the next step. Alright, moving through the process. After floor action, the approved bill has to go to the other House of Congress. Now don't forget, we have a bicameral legislature, which means we have two houses of Congress. Each bill must pass through both houses in order to become law. So if a bill was introduced into the House, it would go through committee action, then floor action. The House would vote that they want to pass it. It would then move over to the Senate. If it was introduced to the Senate, it would go through all that process, and then it would go to the House. Alright, time to keep going in the process. Next up, committee action. Again. Now that the bill has moved on to the other House or chamber of Congress, this chamber now has a chance to change and alter the bill to its liking. After committee action, it moves on to floor action. Again. If this newly changed bill survives committee, it goes to the House or Senate floor where there is a debate and vote. After the second floor action, the bill goes to a very special place. Conference committee. A conference committee is a committee made up of members of both houses that produce a compromise bill.
Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like me to go over everything.
Once again, this bill could be altered into something different altogether. After a compromise bill is produced, it then moves on to both houses to hold a congressional vote again. Both the House of Representatives and the Senate have to pass the bill by a majority vote. If both houses of Congress approve this bill again, it then moves on to the President. Presidents could look at this bill and think, yeah, I like it. It makes me happy. And the President signs it into law. Technically, the President could either 1, sign the bill into law, or 2, wait 10 days while Congress is in session and the bill will become law without the President's signature. That's one way a bill can become a law. But what if the president doesn't like the bill? What if the president hates the bill? They could kill the bill. If the president is unhappy, he or she would have two options. 1, veto the bill, stopping it from becoming law. Or 2, wait 10 days while Congress is out of session and the bill dies. This is called a pocket veto. The president killed Bill. How could this happen? Even if the president vetoes the bill, it could still get through. Congress has one last chance. It's not over, Bill. Give me a Band-Aid. Stat! If 2/3 of both houses of Congress vote to override that presidential veto, the bill will become law without the president's signature. Okay, I gotta be honest, only 4% of presidential vetoes were overridden from like Washington to Clinton or something, so no, it's not very likely that a veto will be overridden. Hey, 4% is still a possibility. Why so smug?
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
Hey, look at that bill! He made it! He's a law! Congratulations, Bill! It sure was a lot of work, but this final bill sure looks delicious to me. Yeah, I got a lot of metaphors in this one. Man, what an emotional roller coaster. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I've got to go get online. Did you know they post where bills are at in the process on the internet? See you later.